the Baltimore Ravens.
To kick off.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olson on hand as Cameron Dicker is set to kick things off. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
Liking 18. Let's go.
They'll run here. This is Devon Achane. This will be a short pickup to about the 30. Walter Nolan in there on the stop.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
They face 2nd down and 7.
Come on, come on.
They'll stay on the ground with Achane. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. 1st down, L.A.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9.
Ready? Gotta be lying.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He's got his man. It's Nico Collins. It's a gain of 10 yards. And the Chargers have the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On the ground, here is Achane. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chanel. Big return at the end. He's going to get out of bounds close to midfield.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these. passes. All proven, though, Mike. They've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Panther 60, 18 Cardinals, 79 Broncos.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And it'll bring up second down.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the first down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
They'll run with the Boise State product, Ashton Genty. The tackle can be made down at the 40-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Raven first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
70. Let's go. Warriors 70. Panthers go.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. First down throw there is incomplete.
Let's give credit to that pass rush for making their presence felt, and although it didn't result in a sack, it's the disruption of the timing that's just enough to force that incompletion.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That one is caught by Ibuka. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
A 19-yard pickup there. First down, Baltimore.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the fourth quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's first and 10.
19 Lions. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Red zone now. He'll drop to throw.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack. And we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Let's go now.
On the ground, it's Genty. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now third down coming up.
Malachi starts on the tackle. That's a gain of 6. Brings up third and 10.
Now, faking the give. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Carrying Joe.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to enter that.
Now here's another ball that's intercepted.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Come on.
On first and 10, it's Genty. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Give him 14 on that one. Good for a Raven first down.
And the Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Viking 18. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Let's go.
They'll throw out of the gun. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
19 Charger. 19 Charger. Let's go.
They'll run it straight ahead now with Genty. Maybe a couple there. It's third down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Here we go, set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Hut, hut.
Back to throw. They'll try to set up the screen to Genty. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Ashton Genty. Touchdown, Baltimore. His 6th touchdown now for the season.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Let's go.
They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. It's a nice start to the drive. Gain of 10 and a quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Open man, downfield, it's Nico Collins. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That pickup good for 29 yards. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Pat the 60, pat the 60. Go.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be brought down. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up 1st and goal.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal.
70 Timberwolves. Steady.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Cougar 19.
Here's Daniels. He's got it at the 3.
I'm an aggressive guy by nature, Mike, so whenever I get 4th and short in plus territory, I want to go for it. You're not going to win many games in this league settling for field goals. You have to capitalize when you find yourself in a position to score.
Here we go. Offense still out there. It is 4th and goal.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. 7-0 is our score. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. It's the Chargers with the football to begin this 2nd quarter as they think about what they want to do here on 4th and goal.
Let's go now.
They'll indeed go. It's Daniels. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback, they get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Davis now to return it. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the first down.
60, 6.
Now they'll set up to throw. Open man is Davis. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They run right up the gut with Genty. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Barrington Valentine there on the tackle.
3-yard pickup.
70 range.
Brings up second and 7.
19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Baltimore, first down.
Ready.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. 18 cock. 70 Timberwolf. Ready.
Run out of the gun for Genty. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
Ready.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 4.
Come on. Mustang 19. 18 cock. Warriors 70.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
They'll throw here on third and short yardage. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. Second time they've connected on this drive. And 19 yards out of this one.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the first down. It'll be first and goal.
First down.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop. A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
He'll drop to throw. Pushed out to his left. He runs with it, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. Going after now from Dicker. He knocks it through, and the Ravens will move out to a 14-7 lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
Ready?
On the ground to start the drive, it's Achan. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Once again, it's Achan. And he'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards. From the 46-yard line, a second down and 6. Throwing is Daniel. Quick throw, taken in, and that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. It is 2nd and 9.
Let's go now. 60 by 6.
Off the bootleg. Here's Daniels. To the left side, into the hands of Collins. And he'll be out of bounds. Down at the 20. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Start.
A gain of 60.
On the handoff, this is Achan. And the Chargers are going to be set up 1st and goal. Good running takes them down to about the 4.
That's another Chargers to the first down.
Achan. And that play took a little long to develop. They stop it for no gain at the 4.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Now a screen set up for Achan. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Come on, Achan. Touchdown Chargers. On for the PAT is Aubrey. The kick is good. And the Chargers will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square. 14 apiece the score as this one's away. On the return, here comes Davis. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
18, Hawk 70, Hawk 70, 60 Bobcats.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. And he can hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
Viking 18. Stephanie.
Here's a handoff to Genty. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up third down.
The 34-yard line.
70, Timberwolf.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll look to throw. He's got a receiver. It's Chase. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go, set. Vikings.
Throwing now on first and 10. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. They'll try again here. Second and 10.
Get it. Ready.
On the handoff, this is Genty. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a first and 10.
Drop 50, drop 50.
And the Baltimore first down.
That caught by Davis. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half. Here's first and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
They run out of the gun with Genty. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short.
79 Broncos.
8 yards on the pickup.
60
Brings up
Mavericks.
second and 2.
The shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Now he takes off. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down. They've got it at the 8. First down and goal.
Viking 18. Cowboy 80.
Here's Genty. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half.
For the field goal. A 23-yard attempt.
He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Ravens move out in front. The new score, 17-14. Final moments of this first half, kicking with the lead now, as this one is in the air. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. Davis now to return it. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Genty. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Cedric Gray there to bring him down.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball. up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Plenty of room after that catch. Big gainer of 23.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
They'll run with Genty. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense. A bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here we go, here we go. Gravity line. Go.
Blitz coming, he'll throw it. I had a defender draped all over him, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
19 Tiger, drop 50, check.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there, and it's going to bring up fourth down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
19 Lions.
Back to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. Give him 19 yards as they get the fourth down conversion.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. That's to the end zone, but they cannot finish. It's incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium's counting on.
Broncos. Mustang 19.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Ravens add on to their lead.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
65, 77. Ready.
A run up the middle with Achan. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard. From the 25, here's 2nd and 9.
19, start. Don't be lying.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
Taken at the 19. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line.
Ready, break. Let's go now.
On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Arnold and McGady in there on the tackle.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 19 tight, 19.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
Ready, set.
3rd and 6.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19 Lion. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60 Maverick, 60. Ready.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by Jahad Campbell. And the Chargers are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Come on, come on. Hey.
Throwing on 2nd down. Daniel. Down the field, it's Evans. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
A pickup there of 28 yards.
Chargers, 1st down.
Ready.
1st and 10.
Play action. Here's Daniels. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Cardinal, 8, go.
Daniels gonna throw again. That's gonna be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's gonna force 3rd down.
Get it. Cowboy 80. Ready.
To the air again is Daniels. This is caught. He got the connection to Collins. And he'll take this one in. Nico Collins. Touchdown, L.A.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Davis. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready?
Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Cup 19. Cup 19.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That is incomplete. No way to force a football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. And that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. The first-round pick looking right at home in this offense. It's a first down.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stunting that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll look to throw again. They'll try to set up the screen to Genty. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2 yards on the
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that pass.
And he's able to find the crease. Get ahead for 7. He'll bring up third down.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
And he's in. Ashton Genty. Touchdown, Baltimore. That is second touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. So now, with the lead up to 5, they're going to go for 2 and try to extend it out to 7.
7 to 18. Ready?
Now they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. And the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful.
Ravens 26, Chargers 21. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Hardman now to return it. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready? Go.
Here's a give to Achane. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. From the 22 now, here's second down and 9.
Dragons, Panther 50. Panther 50. Ready?
From the shotgun, it's Daniel. This one complete right side. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. Great run after the catch in the open field. A pickup of 24. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Come on, come on. Hey.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. To the right, that's Pitts. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on first down. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and 5. They'll run this one straight ahead with Achane. And he'll be near the first down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
19.
Third and a yard. It's Daniels. And that is incomplete. He's looking for emdotjay coming out of the backfield. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down. And the decision to go for it on fourth is short. It's a lot easier, Mike, when you take a look in that huddle and you see the big guys up front. I mean, their ability to continue to win at the point of attack. We've seen it all game long, and that's the case. You don't need to overthink it. Turn around, hand it to your back, fresh set of downs.
And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
68. Ready.
Throwing is Daniels. Rolling right. And he's in. Greg Alcantara. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Chargers.
What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now a big play coming here for the Chargers, who are going for 2.
For the 2-point conversion.
Let's go.
They'll throw with Daniel. That's going to be caught. They get the 2 points. Man, this could turn out to be important. The lead goes to 3 here in the fourth quarter. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Davis now to return it. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there.
Their own 25-yard line.
Let's go. Steady.
A run. Genty will knock him down just shy of the 40. Give him 14 on that play. One first down. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Forced out wide. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
He'll look to throw. Forced out wide. Oh, a loose football. The Chargers have it.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
Here we go.
On the carry, it's Achan. And a good run there. Gonna get him 5 yards.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now is one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
Ready, break. Let's go. Go.
They'll stay on the ground with Achan, and that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, that's it.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Third and short, and it's Daniels. It is brought in the end zone. Mike Evans. Touchdown Chargers. His 4th TD grab of the season. Now Aubrey for the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Come on. Set. Cowboy. 18, Rattler.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's to the Michigan man, Colston Loveland. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line.
That's good
Dragon
for
60.
Baltimore. First down.
Ready.
First and
19.
10 at the 47-yard
To the air now on 1st and 10. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. They're going to work this down inside the 45. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. On the run to the right. Taking off, and he'll be forced out of bounds. Just a couple of yards short of the first down. That's a pickup of 8. From the 35, here's 2nd down and 2.
Here we go. 65, 70, tip.
He'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
60 Maverick. Trap 60. Trap 60. Ready.
They'll throw out of the gun. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
60 Bison. Mustang 19. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He's going to let it go deep for Chase. And the Chargers are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th down.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you. And sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
A run here with Ajay. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll drop to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. A pickup of 15 in the air. It's good for a Charger first down.
And the Chargers first down.
Let's go. Ready.
A run, and it's Ajay. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Ready, ready.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready, ready.
Throwing now, Daniel. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. As they'll get it with just a shade under a minute left in this one.
And it's 4th down.
And the Chargers will punt, getting set to kick it away. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. This is 1st and 10. They'll stick to the ground. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
10 yards.
Back to throw.
It's 2nd and 8.
That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and less than a yard.
Come on, come on, go.
They'll run here. A gain there of 11. First down, Baltimore.
It's a gain of 11. And the Baltimore first down.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. And we'll get whistles and a timeout, so they will stop the clock. Closing seconds, game decided, but timeout anyway.
Here we go, 79 Broncos, Bronco 80. Ready, right?
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap. Here we go. This is 4th down.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll try it now with Genty. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it's a win for the visiting Chargers. And that's now 4 victories in a row as they continue to play as well as anyone in the NFL. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Baltimore, we wish you a terrific night.